Hi, my dear students, how are you? Are you fine? Yes, good, nice. Today's lesson is about grammar, Reader's Notebook, lesson 22, page 295, titled Negatives. Before talking about our grammar lesson for today, I want to enjoy your time with this song first about contraction. Okay, are you ready?
Contractions, help you read and write. Contractions, I'll rap and tell you why. You start with one or two words, then take one or more letters away. And there's always an apostrophe that takes the letter's place. They shorten words or put two words together. That's what they do. Learn and use contractions and you'll see they're really cool. Here are some words we're going to shorten and make contractions. Say them with me. Are not, aren't. Did not, didn't. Does not, doesn't. Had not, hadn't. He had, he'd. Is not, isn't. It is, it's. Let us, let's. Here are some more contractions. Must not, mustn't. She had, she'd. Cannot, can't. Shall not, shan't. That is, that's. There is, theirs. They had, they'd. They will, they'll. Contractions, help you read and write. Contractions, do it again, you try. Now you say the contractions. Are not, did not, does not, had not, he had, is not, it is, let us, must not, she had, cannot, shall not, that is, there is, they had, they will. Contractions, help you read and write. Contractions. Let's be friends. Place your mouse on my guitar and click the red subscribe button. Also, you can click this icon to visit my...
Welcome back, my dear students. I hope you enjoyed this song. Let's start with contraction with not, as we heard in the song. Negative is a word that makes sentence mean no. Negative contraction is made with the verb and the negative word not. Okay, so we use a verb and the word not in order to change the verb into negative. Okay, and apostrophe takes the place of the letter O in each contraction with not. So instead of O, we use apostrophe. Contraction with not, for example, we say Esther, instead of saying is not, we say isn't, and so on, at home. But she may be at that shop. Okay, let's answer. Write the contraction for the underlined word and words in each sentence. Number one, there are not any blue hats in the wind today. So are not will be yes, excellent, aren't. This number two, this hat does not have a ribbon. Does not will be doesn't. 3. That small cowboy hat will not fit Mr. Fox's head. Will not will be won't. Number 4. There were not many customers today. Were not will be weren't. Number 5. The seamstress cannot find her sewing needle. So cannot will be can't. Number 6. Please do not sit on my hat. Do not, don't. Excellent. Number 7. Miss Kelly did not buy the hat with red stripes. So did not will be didn't. Number 8. Esther had not made a hat this large before. Had not will be hadn't. The second page, using negatives. The words no, no one, nobody, none, nothing, nowhere, and never are negatives. A contraction with the verb and the word not is also a negative. Contraction with a verb and the word not is also a negative. When making a negative statement, make sure to use just one negative. Don't use two negative together. For example, don't say with nobody, not, wrong, and so on. Why? Because nobody all these words refer to negative. So don't use double negative. Positive, for example, I understand the candidate's opinions. If you want to change into negative, it will be I don't understand. I don't understand. Here's the verb understand. In order to change into negative, okay, we use don't because it's a present. Also, we can say, or we can change the sentence into negative, okay, in another way. Instead of saying I don't understand, we can say I understand none of the candidate's opinion. So here we used none instead of don't. But don't be confused and say I don't understand none of the candidate's opinion, and the majority of students fall in this mistake. Okay, let's answer. Are you ready? Yes, let's go. Use negative to change the meaning of the sentence from positive to negative. Write the negative sentence on the line below. Number 1. Anybody in the 5th grade can run for class president. If you want to change this sentence into negative, here we have the word anybody. Anybody, and instead of it you can use nobody. Like we have some words, we can change them into other words and change the sentence from positive into negative. Like anybody would be nobody, anyone, no one, someone or somebody would be nobody, and so on. So instead of any or some or everybody and so on, we use no. Okay, understood? So nobody in the 5th grade can run for class president. And pay attention here, we have nobody, and as we said before, nobody refers to negative. Don't use double negative, so don't say nobody in the 5th grade they can't run. It's wrong. So nobody can. Now let's move to number 2. Roger is running for class president. Here is, so the negative will be is not, or to make it in contraction will be isn't. Roger isn't running for class president. So here isn't running. Okay? Yes. Number 3. Tom has asked Roger if he can be his vice president. Here we have the word, the auxiliary verb, which is has. Has asked. So it will be hasn't, hasn't, has not, hasn't, have not, haven't, had not, hadn't, and so on. Okay. Number 4, Myung always likes to help make campaign posters. If you want to change this sentence into negative, we can say instead of always, you can say never. So if you have always, you can use never instead of it. Okay. So Myung never likes to help make campaign posters. Or also, some students can answer this sentence in another way. Some students can say Myung, here is a verb with s, so we are going to use doesn't. Yes, we can, no problem at all. Myung, it will be doesn't like without s. Pay attention. Okay. Where is the s? Yes, it went to do and it became doesn't. So doesn't like. Number 5, everyone, as I said in number 1, anybody, somebody, and so on, it will be no. Okay. So here everyone will be no one. No one is excited about, okay, if I said everyone is excited about the school election this year, so in order to change it into negative, it will be no one is excited about the school election this year. Okay. The last one, number 6, the class president can do something about all of the issues that bother students. Here the class president can do, okay, something. Here we can say we have 2 possible answers. Number 1, we can say change some, as I said before in number 1 and number 5. We change any, some, every, and so on to no. So something will be nothing. So the class president can do nothing about all of the issues that bother students. Another answer, we can say the class president can't do, but here we must say instead of nothing or something, we are going to say anything. And I'm going to explain it okay, in the next slide. Without using nothing, we can use not plus any. We can say here the class president can't or cannot do anything. So can't plus any, not plus any equal no. Okay, understood, guys? Yes, excellent. The last part in this lesson, avoiding double negatives. Avoiding double negatives. Avoiding double negative means, as I said before, you can't use double negatives in the same sentence. Words such as not, no, and never are negatives. So don't use another word with them. Using 2 negatives together is called a double negative. So double negative means using 2 negatives together in the same sentence. Never use, never, or don't use 2 negatives together in a sentence. My mother won't tell nobody how she voted. So here in this sentence we have 2 negatives. How, mister? Yes, we have won't, the first one, nobody. So here no, as I said before, not, no, never, and so on are used as negative. So don't use with never, not. Don't use with no, not. Also we have other words like seldom, rarely, barely, scarcely, and so on. All these words refer to negative. Okay, so don't use double negative. My mother won't tell nobody. It's wrong. We have here double negative or two negatives. If you want to correct it, so it will be, you can leave want as it is, but with not, as I said before, use any. So here it's very important to use not plus any equal no. Not plus any equal no. Okay, my mother won't tell anybody. Or we can say my mother will tell nobody. So here instead of not and any, we used no. So my mother will tell nobody how she voted. Okay, let's answer. Write the correct word shown in parentheses to complete the sentence. Okay, choose. Number one, there is or isn't no presidential candidate. So here is and isn't. In order to know how to answer, look perfectly. Here we have no. If you have no, so we use positive verb. So it will be is. Okay? Why, mister? Why don't you choose isn't? Because we have no. If in the sentence there was any, so it will be isn't. There isn't any, but here no, so it will be there is no. There is no equal there isn't any. Okay? Yes. Number two, the candidate hasn't said. So here we have not, hasn't. So with not we use anything or nothing. Yes, I heard the student said anything. Excellent guy. Yes, anything. Why? Because we have not any. Okay, pay attention to this. Number three, he doesn't support any or none of the laws. Here also we have not, doesn't, so not plus yes, any. Number four, don't vote for. Don't. We have not here. Yes, anyone or no one? Anyone. Why? Yes, as you said now. Don't. Not any. Number five, doesn't. So here we have not. Anybody or nobody? Any. Yes, excellent. Why anybody? Because we have not here. Okay? Yes. Number six, isn't. Here we have not. Isn't there? Anywhere or nowhere? Yes, anywhere. Why anywhere? Because we have not. Number seven, the voters have or haven't no choice. Here we have no. So the word no refers to negative, and as I said before, don't use double negative. So here we are going to use a positive verb, which is have. Number eight, this candidate has or hasn't never been honest with the voters. Here we have never also referred to negative, so don't use double negative. So it will be has, not hasn't. Why, mister? Because we have never referred to negative, and as I said before, don't use double negative. Okay, now we came to the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. It's time to say goodbye now. Goodbye. See you next time.